What's up? What's up, YouTube? Triple C. Welcome, welcome, people. Come in. Oh man, had a long day. I've been up since like 5 to 10 minutes after 5 this morning. It's already this morning again, technically. Real quick, I was going to give only about 3 to 5 minutes on this Black Panther review because I don't want to spoil it for those who haven't seen it. So if I talk too much, I'm going to ultimately end up spoiling it for those who haven't seen it yet. So it was a good movie. I know it was good because I didn't fall asleep. Like if a movie is boring or it sucks, I'll fall asleep in the movie theater. So number one, I didn't fall asleep. That was a good thing. But the action in it, let's just say that the action scenes and things of that nature are awesome. It kind of what makes the movie. So what up, Chemo? Melanated Agenda, Shadow Assassin. Excuse me. Duh. Shadow Assassin. The assassin in the shadow. But yeah, the action scenes really make the movie. It's a good movie, man. It's okay. Now, I expected more. I'm gonna say that.
And separates us. But in times of crisis, the wise build bridges, while the foolish build them. We must find a way to look after one another, as if we were one single tribe. With all due respect, Mr. Tara, what can an issue of farmers have been over the rest of the
It had a lot of good scenes in it as far as unity goes. I don't want to spoil it, so I can't keep talking. All I'll say is, me personally, I expected more. I wanted a little bit more because I was predicting the movie as I was watching it. And if I can do that, I generally don't like it. But nevertheless, it was a good movie. It was okay. The action scenes, again, man, just were so... yeah, it made the movie. The kid from what's the show? The movie Get Out was in it. You know, of course, the sister who plays Michonne from The Walking Dead. You know, they were gonna, of course, let her get in there. So it was a pretty good flick, though. If you're not into that sort of thing, I understand. For Darkman X, they did have the other suit looked like a jaguar more than a panther. And I'm just throwing that out there. So it wasn't bad. My little movie review. If you want to go see it, something that's entertaining, something that you will watch, you know, go check it out. It was packed, man. It was flooded. It was like just wall to wall. You know, it was so crazy. It was segregated because almost segregated because some movie about 50 Shades of Grey dropped tonight, like the 3rd or 4th installment of that movie. I think it's called 50 Shades of Freed or some shit like that. So That was in the movie theaters. So it's like you had a whole section of white people just was like all straight headed towards 50 Shades of Freed, and then it was just like wall to wall black people. But it was a whole bunch of white people too going to see Black Panther. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't a mixture of, you know, black people and white people going to see 50 Shades of Freed. But when it came to Black Panther, it was just wall to wall brothers and sisters. So wall to fucking wall. Now, what is going on YouTube? What's up, people? First, Triple C TV had a show on this earlier this evening. Go check it out. Of course, like the video and share it. I was out, so I didn't get to hear it by the time I came in. I think I was at the tail end. So that was that. I'll go check it out probably when I get off of this. I don't know how long we're going to go. We're going to go till I can go. You know, if I start getting tired, then I'm going to, of course, just go ahead and shut it down. But what's going on, guys? There's a lot popping around YouTube right now, man. There's a lot going on, a lot to talk about. Moving to Wakanda. Yeah, I'm dropping my now he's a Wakandan. Look at him. He went to see a movie. He has to be a Mason. And the Masons are evil because anyone who goes to see a movie is an evil Mason. Except the good Masons who are also Moors. But we ain't gonna talk about that. But yeah. You don't want to talk about that. He probably don't even know nothing about shit like that. But now I don't want to move to Wakanda. I kind of want Wakanda to move everywhere, you know? Like, Wakanda should just spread out and just go. Yeah, some niggas gonna really think they could go to Wakanda like, yo, man, Wakanda is in the Sudan. And this is west of the Sudan. Then you're gonna have a jackass with a chalkboard who's gonna come out and tell you that Wakanda really means the Mary Mother traveling back to Egypt land. Tell Pharaoh to let my moo go from the Sultan. We got a treaty. What the fuck? But yeah, man, I can't wait to see what's next with it. Like, I stayed for the last, you know how Marvel movies do the last scene thing? So that's what I played. You know, the clip that I played. I shouldn't have did it, but I did it, guys. So, but we've had an interesting year so far in YouTube. Now, you guys have to admit, YouTube has been popping like a mother so far this year. You know, ever since the damaging audio of Kev Gills hit the streets, and we're not talking about the recent audio of him admiring Straight Drop's butt and what type of niggas he likes that wears felines, was it, Kev? Felines and certain type of corduroys with that's some sort of big butt, male big butt look at homo code. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. But nevertheless, YouTube has been an exciting place for this 2018 so far. We had beefs, we had award shows, we had rumors of award shows. Then we had confirmation of award shows. We had switchery of locations of said award shows. We had resurfacing of old scammers. We've uncovered new scammers such as Bitcoin Boyce and etc. Umar Johnson showed white people some of his degrees, not 6, some of his degrees, not all. But we asked to see them shits. We can't see nothing. We ingrates who don't deserve to see anything, but donate money to him and give us, give him our sons, and we're not going to get them back either. So says Umar. Wow, just crazy. So this 2018, excuse me, we've uncovered a new disease called IZZY. Okay, which Shame TV East Watch helped to bring to the world. And for the proof of such, please just go to Google. Once you go to Google, you type in IZZY. And once you do that, I'm going to make a video about it. I'm going to go to Google and I'm going to type in IZZY. And, you're going to read what it is. And you're going to scroll down and it's going to have the first image that you see. And the image is via YouTube. And, thanks to Shame TV, we have made Google history over here. So we have a lot to talk about tonight, guys. We have a lot to talk about. Javen Bullets was on IZZY First Israel Doctrine show. Of course, Israel Doctrine will be banging on you, Javen Bullets, in the next, I'll give it about 4 days or less. He'll be banging on you. Because apparently Israel Doctrine is connected to Sonetta in some way, as far as I'm concerned. Like, you always befriending this nigga. I think he's a HOK familiar. He's one of those people. He's a familiar. He wants to be a vampire. So he does their bidding whenever they want him to, in hopes that they'll turn him. And he'll be an official member, and he'll go. He even said he'll go to Sonetta's awards. Of course he'll go. I don't know how you gonna get there, nigga, but he'll attempt to. That'll definitely be a new GoFundMe. If you have benefited from me going to Sonetta's award show, whatever the fuck he'll say. But anyway, at any rate, we have new evidence to play, just some more evidence of Sonetta and his filth. More evidence of just the talking about Israel Doctrine and his ability to read. They brought up, somebody brought up the point about Sonetta trying to clown him, and he had his IZZY up there, because everyone knows that Israel Doctrine is fucking illiterate by his own saying, not just me saying that shit. But Sonetta is one to talk, especially about somebody reading, Like, he really shouldn't be doing that shit.
The difference. Is there a difference between Afrocentric feminism and European Afrocentric feminism and European feminism?
Now, any nigga who reads like that should not be laughing at somebody else who can't read. Now, I'm sorry, Sonetta. Now, I don't give 2 shits about Israel Doctrine. I think his show is absolutely horrible. I think he's kind of a horrible person. He seems like an opportunist at best with me, and that's at best. So me and him could never get along. And I only talk about him from afar, I don't really want to engage him. I don't care to engage him. He's fucking pointless. But the point is, You talking about that man being illiterate, Sarnetta, when you're illiterate yourself. That's crazy. But now Sarnetta has seemingly sicked his lapdog, Mr-Eyebesity himself, on Israel Doctrine. Or did Mr-Eyebesity take this upon himself to launch an attack? One will never know. Is this whole thing staged to gather up some energy around a Michael Edwards Israel First at It All Doctrine Part 2 lecture on Sarnetta's channel? Maybe even make the award show, hopefully, which I think will never fucking happen. But I don't know, man. Who am I?
I told him and fucked him up. You know what I'm saying? Because he was chasing me and doing all that stuff. So, you know, I just told him how it was. Organic. So, you know, I just told him how. So, you know, I just told him how it was. Organically. So, you know, I just told him how it was. Organically, not trying to make nothing up, not saying some shit that I normally say or whatever. I just told the nigga the truth. You should blow your brains out. If you love black people and the communities and all of that, the type of person you are, if you blew your brains out, you would be doing the community a great service by killing yourself. And I guess they cut him to his heart. And he been like, that nigga Israel Doctrine wicked. You don't know that nigga. And he's just been paranoid with me ever since. Watch my every move. Watch videos. He want to see if I got a booger in my nose, if I got a hair out of line. And he looking at my fingernails. If I point at something, he want to see if I got dirt in them. He watching my lip. I mean, the nigga just watch everything I do. He's paranoid with me. He sit on the internet and watch Israel Doctrine and figure out what show I'm gonna be on. When can he call in? He try to get in touch with the people and stuff, sending them texts and doing stuff. You know, I'm a friend. Let me in. Let me give you something to do. Woo. From Do the Knowledge Radio to some UK radio station to, you know, to Sound Showtime show, Debate Talk from you. So he just won't, wherever I'm at, he want to be there. He just got to be there. I can't do nothing on the internet without that nigga chasing me around for years. So, you know, I just...
Izzy sound mad right now, yo. That nigga said, Mike, what's going on with that, Mike? Now, you supposed to be dealing with your obesity. How you got time to fucking chase Israel Doctrine all over the goddamn place, talking shit about it? That's crazy, man. You know better than that shit. But this individual, Michael Edwards, has built his platform on being controversial. And when I mean controversial, I mean controversial.
Running around here when they talk to you, asking you where's Christ coming from, is he busting the crack in the sky? They'll be able to see Christ in you. And I want to submit to you, brother Israel. That's what's so undefeatable about me.
Undefeatable.
It's not me, bro. Hold on. All these other Negroes, brother told me the other day, he said, you got YouTube superpowers. No, I don't. God's got the power. Brother told me the other day, he said, you got YouTube superpowers. No, I don't. God's got the power. And when God lives in you, there is no defeats. You can't be defeated. And I'm telling you. His brother told me the other day, he said, you got YouTube superpowers. No, I don't. God's got.
No, you don't.
God's got the power. And when God lives in you, there is no defeats. You can't be defeated. And I'm telling you, I will not be defeated, and my words will not fall to the ground. Why? Because it's not me, bro. Hold on. All of these other Negroes, brother told me the other day, he said, you got YouTube superpowers. No, I don't. God's got the powers. And when God lives in you, there is no defeats. You can't be defeated. And I'm telling you, I will not be defeated, and my words will not fall to the ground. Why? Because my deeds are not all just mine, and my words are not all just mine, but I give my deeds and my words to the great power of the ages. And even when I'm wrong, I repent. Israel, you got to get off your goddamn pride, my dude. You got to go back to some of your brothers and ask for forgiveness. And when you do that, then God will replace in you his spirit.
You heard him. You heard him. He's got YouTube superpowers. He's the most powerful man on YouTube in his own mind. So when Israel Doctrine had Javen bullets on, he must have been really mad. I wonder if he was trolling this chat.
Right, and then I started to slowly step back from Sinetta from that point on. But the thing that really caused the rift is when he started putting up a bunch of Minister Inky videos. I'm attacking Minister Inky like I always do, because Inky is a scam artist who almost killed a little black girl. So I attack Inky every chance I get. And I guess Sinetta must have felt the way because he was working with Inky, you know, that the event they had in December where Inky was going to bring through Keith Murray or some shit like that. So he must.
Wait a minute now. Sinetta supposedly was working with Inky. Sinetta, is this more evidence of your fucking filth? Is this more evidence? We shall see.
Shame. 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 Shame.
Hold on.
And we also have him accompanied by Brother Josh Six on acoustic guitar.
Afrocentric feminism and European feminism.
Power family. Black News 101 is no longer up no more because of Minister Inky. He did some bullshit with Ali Muhammad. Then he moved to Polite, and he stole Polite's computer right out of his goddamn house. Then he moved to Polite, and he stole Polite's computer right out of his house. Then he moved to Polite, and he stole Polite's computer right out of his house.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
and Black Power family. Black News 101 is no longer up no more because of Minister Inky. He did some bullshit with Ali Muhammad. Then he moved to Polite, and he stole Polite's computer right out of his goddamn house. Then he moved to Polite, and he stole Polite's computer right out of his goddamn house. And now the nigga done stole something from me. The nigga is not right, family.
This is the same Minister Inky. Wow. This rabbit hole goes deeper than when one can imagine. But right now we're focusing on Sarnetta's filth and the beef between Israel Doctrine and Mr. Eyebesity. Now I think part of it comes from the fact that Israel Doctrine was able to secure a little interview today. I don't know how he does it. I heard it said about him once before. He is the greatest or the most overachieving nigga to ever come and grace YouTube's presence. But we give him his props. So let's talk about that for a second before we continue. You got Michael Edwards and Israel Doctrine supposedly beefing. No one really knows why. No one really cares. For Israel Doctrine to get upset about something, he does the same shit. He does the same thing Michael Edwards does. Maybe not as outlandish as Michael Edwards may be about it, but he does the same shit. He'll get in touch with people, start beefs with people for no reason, defend Sarnetta, no matter what, defend him, and then pretend like he's banging on him. Yes, it's definitely, it's contrived. It's not real. It can't be real. I don't believe that Israel Doctrine beefs with anybody. I don't think that anyone has, because everything that he says leaves room for, except for the whole Hassan Campbell thing. He was consistent in his stance with that, but what other stance could you take in that? But when it comes to Sarnetta, when it comes to Polite, when it comes to all these other dudes, man, he flip-flops his ass off. At the end of the day, what did Javen Bullitt say? That Sarnetta was trying to bring him in and make him kiss the ring. Like, this is the shit that he's doing with these people. They could try to deny it all they like. But the proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the fact that no matter what, you dudes always seem to go back to this dude. No matter what, you guys always seem to find your way back to Sarnetta. No matter what goes on, he always ends up getting you back in the long run. Ultimately, I want to know what really happened between him and Javen Bullitt. Because at one point, he was on Sarnetta's platform. How come nobody seems to stay on Sarnetta's platform? Nobody? Doesn't matter what's going on. Nobody seems to be able to stay on this dude's platform unless you're bowing down to him in some way. We've already brought out and established the fact that he doesn't teach anything. That's all it is a lover's spat. It's a jealous spat. As you heard, both of them really had absolutely nothing to say to the other. Neither one of them had anything to say to the other. It's sad. Yes, we're back. Sorry about that, y'all. Back? I think we're back. Yeah, I think we're back. Can I get a thumbs up if we're back in the crowd or in the chat, or one, or whatever you guys are comfortable with? Okay, are we there? No, I'm still here. Okay, okay. All right, give me 2 seconds, people. I'm just waiting for my chizzy act to pop back in. Thank you all for bearing with me in our first technical difficulty. We really don't have those over here. We just get it in and have fun while we're doing it. But I do want to go over some more of the stuff that Javen Bullets was talking about, especially when he tried to hold on.
Because he put the Apollo in the title and stuff, and basically told him he had it, but yet didn't have it. Then that's false advertisement. That's false information and stuff. And Sonetta got an AP pad. She ain't supposed to be out here putting out false information.
I know. That's what I told people. I said this is false. Sonetta just did the GoFundMe to get money. It was purely a money grab for his pockets. Like I said, Sonetta had already had the money set aside to pay for the whole award show. He was never going to get the Apollo. He never even tried. This was just an attempt to get as much money out to people as possible, put on the event, get more money, and put that in his pocket. This was just for his pockets. I personally believe that 15 racks he was trying to finesse the people for was going to go for his down payment on the new house he's trying to get in Jersey.
So what do you about that?
Sonetta. Now, is Javen Bullets just pulling this out of his ass? Or are you really using this money for a down payment on a house somewhere? Are you dumb enough to go put a down payment on a house when your platform is obviously crumbling right before your eyes? Huh? You really that fucking dumb? You know what, people? I'm starting to think that he is. I really am. But we're going to continue with some more.
And if they did, I'm pretty sure Sonetta would have called the police on them and got them locked up, even threatening that. I'm pretty sure of that. Because Sonetta will call the cops on you in a heartbeat. Did you see how he did to Unc's Crack Pipe? Sonetta don't play those games. He'll call the cops on you in a heartbeat. He talked that dude for sell black power shit, but when the rubber meet the road, Sonetta will call the cops on you with no regard. No regard for nothing. He will call the cops on you ASAP. That's why I heard about that, but I recently just heard about that, but I don't necessarily believe that Basim and Michael Edwards has such a tape or even tried to extort him. Because if they did, I'm pretty sure Sonetta would have called the cops on him. Just like he did with Crack Pipe. I didn't see the video with Crack Pipe.
Now I want y'all to listen to Javen relaying his narrative, his information, and listen to this egotistical weirdo.
That he had Crack Pipe had a video of Sonetta daughter or something like that.
Well, I've seen it. I'm the first to speak on it in the community.
He's the first to speak on it in the community. This is why I say Israel Doctrine is full of shit. Because if we talking about something, man. Just let that something, the point, let all of that flow. Let that be what you're doing it for. No. Hell to the no. He can't do that. He must push this narrative that he was first. Now, I don't mean to detract you guys from what you're listening to and what's going on. I just wanted to point that out. This nigga gotta say that shit. That's why I always say, I always question his sincerity, where he's really coming from. This nigga's a glory whore. He's not doing this shit because he's really wanting to do it for a specific reason. It's a glory whore. He wants to be recognized as some sort of YouTube genius. Just crazy.
Crack pipe. I didn't see the video with crack pipe. He will call the cops on you ASAP. He will call the cops on you ASAP. The cops on you with no regard. No regard for nothing. He will call the cops on you ASAP.
And Sarnetta, we did hear you say that. Now, I'm not gonna play that audio because we already heard it. But nigga, you said that shit. Like this is what I mean when we talk about these people. When we play back shit that you've already done. It's not like Javen Bullis is making an assertion about Sarnetta. He's saying something that has already been documented as evidence that this nigga will do that shit. He'll talk all that shit. You pussy motherfucker, you pussy girl, come see me and my nephew. And how many times has he brought his nephew into some beef? Come see him and his nephew. Come see him. We pulled up. We're looking for Pharaoh. He told me this in a personal conversation that he went looking for Pharaoh. And of course, I still let him know how fucked up it was. Like, nigga, you weird as shit. If the nigga didn't want to do a debate with you, he didn't have to do a debate with you. You're still dead wrong, son. No matter how you try to explain that shit. I'm not Kev. I don't need you. I don't want to have 60,000 subscribers. That's not why I'm on YouTube. But I'm going to let it play, man. I just wanted y'all to focus in on this weirdo. And that's why him and Michael Edwards get into it, because they're both the same.
Well, I heard about that, but I recently just heard about that, but I don't necessarily believe that Basim and Michael Edwards has such a tape or even tried to extort him. Because if they did, I'm pretty sure Sarnetta would have called the cops on him. Just like he did with Crack Pipe. I didn't see the video with Crack Pipe. I heard that he had Crack Pipe had a video of Sarnetta's daughter or something like that.
Well, I see it. I wanted to speak on it in the community.
No,
I'm the
you weren't.
one that I said they was wrong for having his daughter. You know.
Hold on. No, you weren't the first to speak on it. God damn, man. What the fuck is wrong with you? The fuck is wrong with you, man? I can't even do the fucking video because I gotta keep stopping. Because every time I hear you say it, it's like the first time I heard you say it. I can't believe this nigga just said this weird ass shit. And he said this weird ass shit. As usual. Everything goes back to you being the first to do some shit. When you gonna be the first nigga who was the nigga who was running around talking about he was the first all the time to actually do something other than stream out of somebody's basement, nigga? When are you gonna do that shit? Fucking nuts. Talking all that shit.
Video dancing and stuff, but he tried to say, you know, I'm talking about his daughter and stuff, and even would say, you know, I'm talking about video dancing and stuff, but he tried to say, you know, I'm video dancing and stuff, but he tried to say, you know, I'm video dancing and stuff, but he tried to say, you know, I'm talking about his daughter and stuff, and even with the Michael Edwards them things, 2 years ago, I made a video talking about that because I remember exactly when he did it.
Look at this nigga Israel Doctrine. Just pathetic. But we'll let you live, Izzy.
About necessarily his story. But then when I seen Poppy becoming destructive, I had to put it out there to the world that Poppy is no victim.
Hold on, we're gonna get to that one in a second. We're gonna play that in a second.
Michael Edwards knew more about you than I did at the time, and he was more familiar with you. But so that was him and pretty much Michael Edwards thing. But it's like basically Sarnetta, it was like get you to kiss the ring.
Get you to kiss the ring. Did you kiss that ring, Izzy?
Yeah. Yeah.
You
okay,
did?
I don't know what happened.
What
Okay.
the fuck? Oh, he said, yeah, he don't know what happened. I was about to say. What's up, Suicide? Welcome, welcome. What about Root? Is he over there doing a live stream again? Root, you trying to stream again without addressing why you wanted the police to kill black people? Why you would say such a thing? You better not be over there, Mother Mary, or Mary Mother had a little lamb, and its name was Root. I'm joking, man. I'm just having a good time tonight, y'all, listening to some fucking...
Don't give me to kiss the ring, and, you know, we pieced it out a little bit, and then you came back the next day. So what was all of that about and stuff? Inform us, please, if you will, as much as you can about it.
That was just basically Sarnetta explained that, you know, he was trying to get you to come to the platform, to get you to bow down, trying to get you to, because remember, you had Solomon on your show and all that.
Hold on. We hear that Professor Griff has been nominated for a Sarnetta Award. That's typical. That's typical that he would go to the Professor Griff line and tactic. You know, Professor Griff is an unknown name as far as consciousness goes, so to speak. So he's going to, of course, use him. He's going to, of course, use him. There's no way in hell he's not. And Professor Griff will probably take the award. Okay, hold on. He said yesterday. Oh, shit. So apparently we got some more damaging Root intervention. Apparently yesterday, hold on, guys, we're switching gears for just 1 second. This little dirty little Moor, or Soto Amor, that we trying to rid the world of. Apparently yesterday he said we black monkeys, and he also said we were plotting on him, and he will kill one of us if we run up on him. Wow. Damn, Root, you want to body somebody? Root, you know daggone well you ain't going to do nothing to nobody. You got kicked out of the store by a little ass store clerk. Root, you know who you need to body, Root. You need to body that fucking bottle. You need to body that bottle of vodka that's in your hand right now. You know what I'm saying? That's who you need to body. And then move on from that. But I know many people have probably told you this. Many people who loved you told you this and you didn't listen. So why would you listen to me? Let's continue.
Dealing with in the black, and he basically got platform to get you to bow down, trying to get you to, because remember, you had Solomon on your show and all that, and you was dealing with in the black, and he basically got you to get away from them, those guys.
He basically got you to get away from those guys. Not attempt to get you, but got you. I want y'all to listen to everything because all this ties in. We're not just listening to more evidence of Sarnetta's filth. We're also not just listening to Mr-Eyebesity versus Israel First That It All Doctrine. No. We're not just doing that. We're listening to find the holes in the story. Is Israel Doctrine setting all this up because he has a tendency to do these things? Sarnetta's got an award show coming up. IZZY wants in. He's got to prove himself. What better way to do it than, hey, that guy Shane TV doesn't really have anything against me, so I'll do what I can because I found someone who's in contact with him. So I'll do what I can to get him on my show. The brother graces, made history, because that's what he said when I came on. I made history on his show. fuck you, dummy. So I came over on his show, you know. And next thing you know, this nigga's talking shit about me, bang. I'm like, yo, I told you don't do it. That's how he rolls. But what do I have in common with Jaden Bullets? We both bang on Sarnetta. Now all of a sudden, Jaden Bullets is over there. He's interviewing him. Why you going at Sarnetta? Wasn't you just doing a live stream with that nigga Israel Doctrine? But we'll continue.
Broke you off from bottom.
And he wanted me to read that night. What about that night? Because you called in talking shit that night after that. So who plan was that? The MVP, the lawyer, the crash test dummy. So who plan was that? And he wanted me to read that night. What about that night? Because you called in talking shit that night. And he wanted me to read that night. What about that night? Because you called in talking shit that night after that. So who plan was that? The MVP, the lawyer, the crash test dummy that wore the Sarnetta TV shirt from Canada.
I had nothing to necessarily do with that. That was just Sarnetta, something that he did. I didn't know he was going to do that. I knew he was going to bring you on the show, but I didn't know he was going to do it with the whole reading and whatnot. So when I seen what was going on, I just picked up on what he was trying to do. So that's when I called in and was doing what I was doing, because he didn't even tell me about that show. Like I said, if that wasn't his plan to do it, it must have came from Michael Edwards, because that didn't come from me.
Oh, okay.
Now we're going back to Mr. Eyebesity. Now we're going back to Mr. Eyebesity. If this isn't planned and all this stuff is just organic, so to speak, is this jealousy, Michael Edwards? Are you jealous? Or are you just in typical lapdog mode? Sarnetta sent you over here. I told you I don't fuck around with weirdos like you. And if you come around, I'll make you wish you never did. So much so now, we have, yes, an Eyebesity GoFundMe dedicated to Mr. Eyebesity himself, where the proceeds will go to Eyebesity research. It's going to be some Eyebesity research. Some of the proceeds will go to Mr. Eyebesity himself. And we also have another person who I'm going to add on the list of Eyebesity, and he definitely needs the proceeds. Yes. Your favorite neighborhood Sodomore route. But let's get back to this.
So, well,
Michael Edwards knew more about you than I did at the time, and he was more familiar with you. But that was him and pretty much Michael Edwards thing. But it was like basically Sarnetta, it was like going to get you to kiss the ring.
So Michael Edwards, you're working with Sarnetta in some sort of agent type behavior. Now, I only say this based off the audio that I'm listening to. Let me say this for anyone who wants to have a problem with what I'm saying. This is fair use. This is open audio that's anyone can find. It's readily available on the internet. So it's not something that I tapped into anyone's IP address. or and attempted to retrieve it from someone's IP address without their knowledge or consent, etc. But what's going on, Frank? This is more evidence of your filth. You and Michael Edwards were attempting to get Israel Doctrine to bow down, so to speak, and kiss the ring. What does this ring look like?
And if they did, I'm pretty sure somebody would have called the police on them and got them locked up, even threatening that.
What retaliation will he bring to Javen Bullets now for him talking about this? This is damaging. Because I do videos on it, others do. But this is, again, this is showing you in your true light, Sarnetta. This is who you really are. When you're sitting in your car ranting and raving and talking shit, just remember, man, this is who you really are. We didn't make you this way. Hell, we wish you weren't this fucking way. Nobody around here wishes you were this way. But the point is, you are this way.
I'm pretty sure that. Because Sarnetta will call the cops on you in a heartbeat. Did you see how he did to Unc's crack pipe? Sarnetta don't play those games. He'll call the cops on you in a heartbeat. He took that dude for self, black power shit. But when the rubber meet the road, Sarnetta will call the cops on you with no regard. No regard for nothing. He will call the cops on you ASAP. That's what.
Is that what happened to young Pharaoh? All these people who get in Sarnetta's way. Now, that's another point that we're going to have to start focusing on, guys. Is this brother calling the police on brothers? And we already, and here on this show, we've already talked about and shown that, yeah, the police has been infiltrated by white supremacist groups across America. All of them, not just the police forces in the South or just the police forces in the West, or just, no, everywhere. Everywhere. So, Sarnetta, you mean to tell me you're calling these people? You're calling these people on your people over some YouTube shit? Over a YouTube debate shit, you'll call, you and whoever else you had help you were routinely calling young Pharaoh's PO? Who does shit like that? Y'all want to know who does shit like that? Sarnetta does shit like that.
I heard about that, but I recently just heard about that, but I don't necessarily believe that Basim and Michael Edwards has such a tape or even tried to extort him. Because if they did, I'm pretty sure Sarnetta would have called the cops on him. Just like he did with Crack Pipe. I didn't see the video with Crack Pipe. I heard that he had Crack Pipe had a video of Sarnetta's daughter or something like that.
Well, I'm seeing I'm the first to speak on it.
We don't want to hear that shit. This is rough, Frank. I don't know how you're going to pull this award show off, man. This award show doesn't look like it's going to go anywhere now, man. As the weeks go by, Sarnetta, it's just more and more and more that just keeps coming out. Where does it end? Do you know what happened to that boy? Is that going to come out at the end? Sarnetta knew what happened to that boy. Israel Doctrine is going to be mad as shit. You better not come out and say that shit. But this is crazy, man. More evidence of your filth. More evidence of you being more concerned, excuse me, with having some long, overarching reach over everybody else. Like you're more concerned with feeling like you are the one that everyone must submit to. And if someone doesn't agree with that shit, you know what I mean? Basically, they better beware because you're going to do whatever it takes, down to calling the police on motherfuckers to get them locked up so you don't have to deal with any competition. On YouTube, Derek Jones Talks Live, 30 seconds standard break.
Chasing me and doing all that stuff. So, you know, I just told him how it was. Organically, not trying to make nothing up, not saying some shit that I normally say or whatever. I just told the nigga the truth. You should blow your brains out. If you love black people and the communities and all of that, the type of person you are, if you blew your brains out, you would be doing the community a great service by killing yourself. And I guess they cut him to his heart. And he been like, that nigga Israel Doctrine wicked. You don't know that nigga. And he's just been paranoid with me ever since. Watch my every move. Watch videos. He want to see if I got a boogie in my nose, if I got a hair out of line. Then he looking at my fingernails. If I point at something, he want to see if I got dirt in them. He watching my lip. I mean, the nigga just watch everything I do. He's paranoid with me. He sit on the internet and watch Israel Doctrine and figure out what show I'm gonna be on. When can he call in? He try to get in touch with the people and stuff, sending them texts and doing stuff. You know, I'm a friend. Let me in. Let me give you something to do. Woo. From Do the Knowledge Radio to some UK radio station to, you know, to South Showtime show, debate talk from you. So he just won't, wherever I'm at, he want to be there. He just got to be there.
Derek Jones Talks Live. That shit is hilarious. Nigga IZZY Doctrine. That is shit.
All right, let me show y'all this. I'm gonna show y'all that we went to war with Asia and it wasn't with Europe. Ooh, this is a good one right here. I ain't gonna like this one. Damn, I need to cut my willows. I'm straight Illuminati, my nigga, straight from the Willows Peak, my nigga. I'm straight Illuminati, my nigga, straight from the Willows Peak, my nigga. I'm straight Illuminati, my nigga, straight from the Illuminati, my nigga, straight from the. I'm straight Illuminati, my nigga, straight from the. I'm straight Illuminati, my nigga, straight from the Illuminati, my nigga, straight from Illuminati, my nigga, straight from the Illuminati, my nigga, straight from the Will.
You hear this nigga? That's a video that's coming tomorrow. I'm going to upload it tomorrow, guys. It's called Root Admitting That He's Straight Illuminati. What a fucking clown, yo. What is wrong with my thing? Why is it disconnected? It better not be. Okay, I'm about to end this, guys. I'm going to come back in a second. Derek